Good morning everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video on Ethereum. We're going to do a full update on Ethereum. We'll talk about the technicals. The fundamentals for Ethereum have been great, but they haven't necessarily been different, right? I mean, we all know that one of the key reasons for Ethereum's strength has been institutional demand, right? And we did get some news, I think either 2 days ago or yesterday, that one of the major companies that's starting an Ethereum treasury strategy, right? So that they're basically issuing shares to buy Ethereum. I think they're raising more money to buy Ethereum, so that's obviously bullish. And then yesterday we also got the news that BlackRock has applied for Ethereum staking to be added to the Ethereum ETF, which was something we knew was coming, but still it is bullish, and that makes the Ethereum ETF so much more attractive, in my opinion. But ultimately, those are all things that we already kind of knew, all right? And the price moved up, but the move that we've had so far was already expected with the news that we had yesterday morning. If you watched my video yesterday morning, I told you I think we're going up to 3,500, 3,600, and then from there, I expect a pullback. And that is what we'll talk about in this video. Do I still expect that pullback or no? Because ultimately, and you know what you should do with that pullback, because ultimately, if you look at the higher time frames here, this is a bullish market, right? And should you short in a bullish market? I'll leave that up to you, but personally, that is not something I do very, very often. The last time I really did that was back in January when the Trump inauguration caused a surge in price, and I thought, well, this is probably just going to be a sell the news. And then the markets were very bullish, but I still shorted, right? So there are times that you can do that, but you should be very, very careful with that. And then outside of that, the other fundamentals for Ethereum, so if you look at metrics like daily transactions, daily active addresses, TVL, look, TVL is increasing, but that's increasing with the price of Ethereum. DEX trading volumes actually still pretty similar. So it's not in there. But ultimately, like I said, the main question is going to be, we're at this major resistance level at 3,500, high liquidity zone, as you can see here on the chart as well, respected resistance level. Sometimes we move a little bit higher as well, as you can see. But are we going to respect that? And for that, I really want to zoom into the price action for Ethereum. First of all, in terms of timing, it is a possibility, right? In terms of timing, it's a Friday. We're going to get into a weekend right here. Historically, if you go back the last 3 to 6 months, that's very often been a de-risking day. And I can tell you that there's a lot of long positions open on Ethereum right now. And there's actually, there's even more leverage right now in the price compared to the prices we had the 16th of December, the last time we hit 4,000. So that is something to be aware of in terms of timing. If we look at the technicals though here, I'm not too worried about Ethereum. Ethereum is actually looking much better than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is selling off quite aggressively, as you can see right here. Not great. And Ethereum is holding on fairly well. But the key, in my opinion, lays in this level right here, between 3,560 down to 3,500. We left some imbalances there yesterday. It's not a problem, but that we do need to get a strong reaction there then if we want to continue rallying. And it's all going to depend on that. All right. So if we're going to get, and I have to be honest that I'm slightly leaning towards expecting us not to get a strong reaction there, and that we're actually going to drop down lower into potentially 3,300, potentially 3,200, which is a pretty deep pullback, but that's not a pullback I think you need to be afraid of in the long run. And I think that's more of an opportunity rather than Ethereum turning bearish. I think Ethereum on the higher time frames is bullish. I think Ethereum on the higher time frames is going to stay bullish, to make that clear. But for now, it all depends on that level. All right, so can we get a strong reaction there? Yes or no? If we do get a strong reaction there, like I said, around 3,500, we will continue rallying up higher, right? And then the next price target, honestly, would be right here at 3,800. A little bit lower, but still. So keep your eyes on that level, monitor the reaction, and based on that, make your decisions. Those are my thoughts. I think that's what you need to know right now for Ethereum. So hopefully that helps. But for now, have a great day. Thank you for watching. Take care, and bye.